As usual, we have some more Heavensward information for you all via a Famitsu article which popped up this week during the Nico Super Conference in Japan. As there's quite a considerable amount of information, I'm just going to fly through everything as quickly as possible. I want to give a shout out to Slyker on the Blue Garter forums for his translation. The link to the post will be in the description box down below as always, and the Famitsu article will also be there. So let's get started. The current maximum item level of I-135 is too high compared to the beginning of Heavensward, so I assume that the average item level for level 51 will be I-90 to I-100 and slowly ramping up until we reach level 60. More than 2 new job actions will be added to each of the existing jobs. New job quests are no longer at 5 level increments. They are reviewing the action rotations for all jobs and many existing actions will be adjusted. The Black Mage skill rotation will be quite different and the Summoner will be played considerably different with the new additional actions. Along with the increase in play level, the rank cap of Companion Chocobos will also rise. There will not be a Zodiac weapon for the new jobs, however they will be getting primal weapons. The specifications are already planned for the practice mode for raid dungeons, but the release for the practice mode won't be simultaneous with the release of the raid dungeon itself, it will come a little behind. The new 24-man raid will come in patch 3.1. They are still in works of implementing a summoner system where adventurers can call upon a primal, but this has been placed to the back of the content list at the moment. For some more aura news, you can create an aura even without finishing the main scenario quest in patch 2.55. It will be possible to start from level 1 with the new aura race, however it will be necessary to have the Heavensward expansion pack already. Also, which came off as a very big surprise to me, the aura are in fact not draconian, but rather inspired by demons. Even though they do have a similar appearance to dragons, this is not the case, hence why in the game they are not persecuted by the city residents of Ishgard who obviously hate dragons. We also have some new information and the names of a few new zones that we'll have access to in Heavensward. The first new area that we'll actually be able to enter is the Imperial capital of Ishgard. This is the first area we'll be going to when we actually play the new expansion. The city is split up into 2 sections, the lower and the upper area. The lower area is where the ordinary citizens live, and it will have a grim atmosphere due to the Dragon War. The upper area is filled with the nobility of Ishgard, and the effects of the war won't be seen on the majestic buildings that point skyward. The second area is the Coerthas Western Highlands. This area is completely covered by ice. This region appeared in the previous Final Fantasy XIV 1.0 as a green meadow, but the environment was completely changed due to the 7th calamity caused by Bahamut. Nostalgic locations from the original Final Fantasy like Camp Riversmead and Falcon's Nest will also return, and you'll also see the remnants of the old Aetheryte that was there. The third area is the Dravania Highlands and the Dravania Lowlands. The Dravania Highlands are filled with lush jungle trees. This place is located further west than the Coerthas Western Highlands. The tallest mountain in Eorzea is also located here, called something like Som Ao, a name that's in the language of the dragons. The new Nath Beast tribe is also here and calls this area their home. The Dravania Lowlands is an area filled with large amounts of water which flows from the mountains to form a river that runs centrally through the area. In many areas of the zone, you can actually see the ancient ruined cities of Sharlayan. Above the mountains of the Dravania Highlands is the World of Heavens as they call it, hence Heavensward, towards the heavens. This is the Dravania Sea of Clouds. This area is completely in ruin and is expanded in a major storyline plot. It's dangerous and inhabited by countless amounts of dragons. The Dravania Sea of Clouds is another zone which is up in the sky. It's a rural area located to the east of Ishgard. Since there will be great differences in altitude in this location, you will need a flying mount to reach many of the areas here. Also, the new Vanu beast tribe lives in the Albatha Sea of Clouds. Also, another thing to note is that Albatha Sea of Clouds are in the eastern area of Ishgard. So maybe this is a hint that we may also be getting the eastern Coerthas Highlands. Who knows? For the last zone, they never really gave us a name, but a photo was in fact shown. Apparently it's a magical content in a large field area and tough adventures will happen here. Now, just by looking at the photo and how the environment behind it is constructed, we can tell that this area is in fact the floating continent which appeared in Final Fantasy VI, and they actually covered this area briefly in some of the other live letters. It's still unknown, however, whether the floating continent is a separate zone or whether it's the 24-man raid. We also have a new dungeon, the Library of Illusions, or the Gubra Library of Illusions. The dungeon is a remnant of the old Charlayan civilization, and apparently Yoshalota actually mentioned this dungeon in the 2.4 storyline. And that's all the new information that I could actually gather so far about Heavensward, guys. Let me know if there's anything else that you'd like me to cover and make a video of, because obviously there's so much information out there right now for Heavensward, I may have accidentally missed it. If you did enjoy this video, guys, please do give it a thumbs up, as it will let me know what kind of content you guys enjoy watching, and it will just greatly help the channel. So as always, guys, take care, and I'll see you all next time.